Welcome back to my channel. Today we are building something every developer needs at some point. A Smart JSON Formatter and Validator tool. But not just a basic one. We're adding automatic validation, error line highlighting, structural bracket detection, and clean architecture design. Let's build it. Create a new Windows Forms app using Net 10. Give it a name and start design a clean UI. We'll keep it simple and professional. Add rich text box as input, rich text box as output, and 3 buttons. Important, we use rich text box instead of text box because we want to highlight errors in color. Now let's create a small UI for our tool. I speed it up, but feel free to use your own idea. So just need the rich text boxes and the buttons for this example. If that's done, just double-click the 3 buttons to automatically generate their click event handlers. That's where the real coding begins. As a first simple hack, we'll improve the user experience right away. Inside the constructor, we add just one small line. Now whenever the user presses enter, the JSON will format instantly. It's a tiny change, but it makes a huge difference in UX. Alright, now let's start coding. I'll explain everything step by step after we implement it. For now, just relax and follow along. We're going to create and use our own helper methods to keep the code clean, structured, and easy to maintain. Cleaner code. Better structure. More professional result. Let's build it. We start with the Format button. We first validate and parse. If something fails, we stop. Then write indented equals true, tells net to print the JSON. The only difference in the minify button is write indented equals false. That compresses everything into one line. Useful for production. And the validate button just checks correctness. No transformation. It simply tells the user if the JSON is valid. The heart of our tool is the method validate and parse JSON. Every time the user clicks format, validate, or minify, this method runs first. We start by resetting everything. We clear old highlights so previous errors don't stay visible. Then we run our own custom method called analyze brackets. This is our little smart checker. It simply counts opening and closing curly brackets and square brackets. If something doesn't match, for example, one closing bracket is missing, it detects that and prepares a warning message. After that, we try to actually parse the JSON using the built-in JSON serializer. If the JSON is invalid, a JSON exception is thrown. Inside the catch block, we highlight the full line where the error happened. Show a detailed error message with the line number, the position in that line, the system error message. And if our bracket analyzer also found a structural problem, we add that information to the message. So the user doesn't just see invalid JSON, they see exactly what's wrong and where. Now, If the JSON parsing succeeds but the bracket analyzer still detected something suspicious, we show a warning instead of an error. That means, the JSON structure might technically parse, but something looks off structurally. Then we return true if everything is valid. Now let's quickly look at the helper methods. Analyze brackets is very simple. It loops through every character in the text and counts, then it compares them. If there are more openings than closings, we know something is missing. If there are more closings than openings, we know something extra was added. Very simple logic. Very powerful result. Next, we have highlight error line. This method receives the line number from the exception. It calculates where that line starts in the text box and selects the entire line. Then it changes the background to dark red and the text to white. So the error becomes instantly visible. And finally, clear highlight. Before every validation, we select all text and reset the colors back to normal. This prevents old errors from staying highlighted. That's it. Simple logic, clean structure, and a much better user experience. Now it's time to test the tool. So everything looks good. And what happens if we delete a bracket? Yes, it's instantly detected. We see the exact line highlighted in red, and we get a clear message explaining what went wrong. That's powerful. We can even test it with a much larger JSON example from an online sample website. Still works. It detects missing brackets. It detects missing commas. It detects structural problems. Exactly what we want. And of course, feel free to improve it. Extend the tool. Refactor the code. Move the validation logic into a separate class. Turn it into your own reusable component. Play with it. Make it yours. Because today, we built more than just a formatter. We built a multi-layer validation system, structural bracket analysis, visual error highlighting, and a clean, reusable architecture. And we did all of that using pure Net 10 and WinForms. No external libraries. No heavy frameworks. Just clean logic and solid structure. If this helped you, hit the like button, subscribe to the series, and join me in the next episode. We're just getting started. See you in the next one.